bring tea.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I've read some of the sohbets from Shaykh Abdulkerim and find that most of what is written cannot be found in books.
Right.
How then can we who are not murids and who are not in this way of tarikat find truth and be convinced in these words and accept it as truth?
That means your truth is according to books? How foolish is that? Meaning if there's no book, there's no truth? Book, whose books? Who's writing those books? Quran? You know Arabic? You don't know Arabic. So he's reading it in translation. Translation of a language that cannot even explain Arabic properly, isn't it? You know Arabic. You know what Arabic? 21st century, Akhir Zaman Arabic in America Arabic? Or Arabic 1400 years ago? First understand two kinds of knowledge there are. I think you may understand this. This is common sense. Zahiri knowledge and batin knowledge. Book knowledge, open knowledge, concrete knowledge, and knowledge that is internal, knowledge that is spiritual. This is zahir. Batin is something else. If you're trying to look for the truth of the spirit in the flesh, you will not come to any conclusion. You may find similarities too, you may, but that takes a leap of intelligence, that takes belief. So many things that Shaykh Effendi speaks, in reality, is found in books, but is not found in the books of Barnes and Nobles. Is not found in Wikipedia. Is not found, understand what I'm saying by this, meaning that books, what kind of books you're talking about? Mainstream books written by whom? Which publishing house? Who wrote it? Why they wrote it? Books that they're writing these days for what? For profit? To make money? There is no wisdom in that. There is no light in that, because the whole purpose is wrong. There is no Bismillahirrahmanirrahim anymore in books now. Look to see how many they're beginning with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. There's no Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Books are written in a language that we don't understand. It's not even our language. Knowledge that is either rehashed or knowledge that is zahir knowledge that is cut and pasted. Okay? Books that are written for profit, not for the sake of Allah. How are we finding wisdom and light then from these sources? If anything, stay away from books. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ, never forget, he was an ummi. He was an illiterate. He didn't read books. But since you ask about Shaykh Effendi, the words that he says is not found in books. I will say to you that it is found in books, in so many books, but it is not found in the books that we may find, for example, in Barnes and Nobles, or Google, or Yahoo, or e-books. It is found in older books that we don't have access to in these days because we're busy learning English, number one. Because we have lost that Arabic script, number two. Because we have cultural, spiritual, traditional amnesia, number three. So, which books? 1400 years of Islam, billions of books have been written. Which books were you looking at to say Shaykh Effendi's words, they're not found in there? It is. So, there are books. What are those books? You may say, what are those books that his wisdom is contained? Well, come to the Dergah. We will speak more about it. What those books are. Over and above that, first understand, Islam did not come in a book. The Quran was not sent as a book. We are living in the age where there is what some academics, I don't like to quote them, I'd rather be quoting from my Shaykh or from the Prophet or Sultan al-Awliya. I don't like to quote from philosophers, academics, no matter if they make sense, but sometimes just to illustrate it a little bit. We're living in the age where it's called the tyranny of the text. Tyranny of the text, okay? The text, what is written, is a tyrant because we don't look with our eyes anymore. We don't hear anymore. We don't feel anymore. We don't taste anymore, but we read and we see. And that experience is very limited. Islam did not come from a book. If Allah wanted, He could have sent books. If Allah wanted, He could have sent all the Sahaba Kiram Quran from paradise in a book. He did not. The first revelation was sent. And all revelations are sent not as books, but through angels to the heart of the Prophet ﷺ. When Jibreel ﷺ is saying, Iqra, it is not he come with a book to tell the Prophet to read, please. He's saying read, read, read. Read what I cannot read. I cannot read. There are so many meanings in that too. It doesn't mean that Prophet ﷺ is only saying, I cannot read because I'm illiterate. But Jibreel ﷺ is read in the name of your Lord. Read in the name of your Lord. Read what is here. Read what is here. Read. The Quran came from Jibreel ﷺ and through the hugging of Jibreel ﷺ passing to the heart of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. That not even Hazrat Abu Bakr wanted to compile the Quran. He did for his own private use. But when during Hazrat Usman's time, when they say Quran has to be compiled, not even him, he said, we should compile it. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ did not give any direct orders for the Quran to be compiled. But because so many Sahabis were Hafiz, so many confusion, so many things were happening, they say we have to have now a Zahir copy. Hard copy? Hard copy. A Zahir copy. But don't think the Zahir, it is superior to the Batin. The Batin is always superior to the Zahir. So don't think, if all the Qurans in this world, physical, is gone, you think Quran is gone? If all the scholars in this world, they are gone, you think Islam is gone? No. There are those ones who are beyond books, who are beyond scholarship, beyond academia. And those ones, they are the inheritors of the Prophet. Just as Holy Prophet ﷺ, he did not know how to read and write. So these ones carrying, they also don't know how to read and write. In that way, I'm speaking metaphorically, they don't know how to read and write, meaning that they don't take other people's ideas and regurgitate them. No, everything's fresh and alive coming from their heart, because that's what Allah put in the heart of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Holy Prophet ﷺ then poured the knowledge, everything that he has, into the heart of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq. That is how our tarikat is continuing, heart to heart to heart to heart. But we're living in the time of the tyranny of the text. We're saying, if it's not there, if there's no biblio, there's no proof. What a kind of foolishness is this? If we're not quoting from someone, then it doesn't exist. Who says it doesn't exist? Hazrat Ibn Abbas, radiallahu anhu, one person without any books, without even knowledge of the language. Now, understand, it is beyond Ummi now. Ummi doesn't know how to read and write, correct? He doesn't even know how to speak. Meaning, Hazrat Ibn Abbas, the uncle of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he took Islam all the way to Central Asia. He did not speak the language of those people. He did not have books. He did not have anything. But he's able to speak the truth. And if your heart is open, the truth is going to be attractive to you. You're going to be attracted to the truth, no matter where the source is coming from. No matter if it's books or not books. Your heart is going to grab it. And it's going to take. Like those people in Central Asia, they became Muslim. Just looking and understanding, observing Hazrat Ibn Abbas, who's carrying the light of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. That is important. The light of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. So, a lot of his words, a lot of his sohbets, he's quoting nothing except from Quran and from Hadith. And he's making us to understand the Quran and the Hadith, opening the way, opening the understanding, opening the wisdom with what has been revealed to him through our Sultan al-Awliya, through our grand shaykhs, through the Holy Prophet ﷺ. That's why we're saying Wahhabis, they're square heads. They're square. The square cannot expand. But if you circle, you can expand. And there is a knower above every knower. There's a knowledge above every knowledge. And the knowledge of the Quran and the Hadith, it is endless. Endless, endless, endless ocean. It's not just what is written there to think that that is it. Like what Shaykh Efendi is saying one time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after revealing the first surah, Surah Al-Fatiha in the Holy Quran, He begins with Alif Lam Mim. Meaning, after Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Rahman Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, after the Surah Al-Fatiha, He already locked the man with Alif Lam Mim. These three letters to lock him. Meaning, what does this mean? Meaning, don't think that whatever that you're reading is what you only think that you understand, that is the only knowledge. There is a knowledge above every knowledge. And with Alif Lam Mim, you need the key to that. The Quran is explaining everything, is showing everything, past, present, and future. Quran is saying everything dry and wet, everything dead and alive. It is in the Quran. You want books, you want text, open the Quran. Open the text of the Quran. Can you find it? Quran is not lying. If you say Quran is lying, that it contains everything, then we have no faith. We've lost the faith, correct? But Quran is everything. Find your name there. Find yourself there. Find this association. Find this moment. It must be there. Quran is saying it is there. So Quran, it is a code. Quran, it is endless. To access into the Quran, you need the key. There are masters who are holding the key. The key masters. Be with them. Hold on tightly to them. You may unlock certain secrets. First, of this, our book, ourselves, our understanding, to make us to understand then that time, the world. Because the more you understand yourself, and yourself in this world, the more you understand your Lord. And that is the reason of our creation. Allah is saying we have created men and the jinns to know us and to worship us. So the highest knowledge is that. So you may look, you may find so many old books, because he's a saint. Saints, they speak from the hidden knowledge. But so many of the things that he's touching on too is not really touching from the hidden sources. It's touching from sources that we may not have so much easy access to. So many of the stories that he says, so many of the openings, so many of the explanations, it's already been done. Sultan al-Awliya has been giving that kind of sohbets for decades. And his shaykh before him, and his shaykh before him, and his shaykh before him. And what he's taking is from them and giving it to us for this time and for this space, for us to understand, for us to be able to apply. That is also key. Knowledge is knowledge, but knowledge that does not give you benefit, it is a malayani. Knowledge that does not give you benefit will bring you a curse. And Holy Prophet is saying that. Allah protect me from knowledge that does not give me a benefit. So, knowledge that is going to give us benefit that we can apply, that is essential. That is most important. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Say.